My little brother is the internet's most hated pop star. So, when we signed up for a family reality show together, he tiptoed around like he was defusing a bomb. While I thrived on chaos, I could start a fight with a stray dog just for giving me the wrong look. Arya, please can you just tone it down? Liam begged in a whisper. I'm begging you. His fans, of course, loved every second. This is gold. Don't stop now. I just returned to the States after studying abroad when Liam scored a spot on this new family-oriented reality show. Naturally, he asked Mom to join him. She just sipped her tea, calm as ever. No way. Absolutely not. I wouldn't be caught dead in that circus. Then he turned to Dad. Buried under a mountain of paperwork, Dad didn't even glance up. Offer me $1 million a day, and I'll think about it. Liam was left speechless. Defeated, he looked at me with those pleading eyes that could melt glaciers. I shrugged and grinned. Relax, it's just a reality show. Big sister's got your back. Mom shot me a look that screamed, Are you sure about this? Liam, on the other hand, nearly cried with gratitude. He threw himself at me. Arya, you're the best. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do without you. I ruffled his hair, proud despite myself. Look at you, little bro. Big star now. I couldn't be prouder. He shifted, blushing. Maybe check the internet first? I had been so eager to come home that I hadn't caught up on the gossip. Curious, I opened Chirper, and my grin vanished. Famous? Sure. But in a way I hadn't anticipated. Since his debut 2 years ago, the internet had unleashed a tidal wave of hate. His singing and dancing weren't bad, but everyone claimed he only rose to the top of a competitive reality show by whining his way through it. Someone had even turned clips of his dancing into a viral montage titled Senior Citizen Rehab Exercises. Suddenly, my heartfelt, I'm proud of you, felt horribly misplaced. And I knew he was about to regret saying, I'm lucky to have you. The show, The Family Project, would film for a week at a sprawling mountain resort, all streamed live. From the moment we arrived, drones hovered overhead, capturing everything. At the base of the mountain, another duo was already there. A tall, tan guy in his mid-20s stood with a girl in athletic wear. They whispered, glaring, and the girl looked like she'd happily burn the place down. Her gaze hit us, chin up, and she let out a sharp, contemptuous huff. Liam whispered, voice trembling, That's Adam Vance. 2 years ago, he placed 12th on a reality show, cut right before the finale. Trolls blame me for stealing his spot. Classic reality TV drama. Got it. As we approached, Adam put on the humble, wrong victim act, offering a polite greeting. Liam, terrified of more online hate, nearly trembled as he shook Adam's hand with a nervous smile. Comments flooded the live stream immediately. Poor Adam, stuck filming with the guy who stole his dream. Liam's face is so fake. How can someone be this soft? Adam's so classy greeting him. Liam has zero manners. If not for looks, Liam has nothing. Adam beats him at everything. I stayed quiet, watching Adam. He turned to me with a practiced smile. You must be Liam's sister. I'm Adam Vance, and this is my sister, Zoe. She won the National Youth Dance Championship last year. Zoe's chin shot even higher, her gaze cutting. Oh, Liam has a sister? Interesting. Adam added, pity in his tone. Liam doesn't usually discuss family publicly. It's understandable if you weren't aware. Zoe's smirk widened. Makes sense. When your fame is all about looks, I guess your family isn't much to brag about. Clearly, the Vances were here to stir trouble, and the live audience was lapping it up. I didn't see anything online about Liam's family. I found posts saying his family's pretty average. No wonder he played the victim to get famous. My brow furrowed, and Liam noticed, placing a tentative hand on my arm. Arya, just let it go. Don't start trouble with the fans. But Adam and Zoe weren't letting up. Their barrage of boasts kept coming, relentless. The National Youth Dance Championship? You've heard of it, right? Oh wait, probably not. You don't dance, do you? Honestly, winning the national title is decent, I guess. My real goal? Taking an international competition within 5 years. The live stream comments erupted instantly. Of course, Adam's sister is amazing too. Talent clearly runs in the family. A dance champion. Hilarious, given someone else's supposed fame. Her brother isn't saying a word. Guess the whole family is all style, no substance. Zoe's smirk grew with every passing second. I finally turned to my brother. Go grab me a bottle of water. Ever the obedient sibling, Liam nodded and scurried off. No sooner had he disappeared than I fixed my gaze on them, deadpan. Adam, right? I started calmly. Your sister's a champion. Impressive. But you, what are your accomplishments? Any titles, awards? I pulled out my phone, fingers hovering over the search bar. The only thing I can see is a 12th place finish on a reality show. For someone who brags constantly, if there were more to boast about, surely it'd be all over the internet. Adam stiffened. Then he turned to Zoe. The National Youth Dance Championship? Which division? What was the scale? Because, as far as I know, there are dozens of youth competitions each year, many far less significant than a 12th place reality show finish. Zoe froze. Both their faces cycled through shades of red and green, a frankly alarming spectacle. I looked away, telling myself, easy, Arya. Don't humiliate children. I considered calling a truce, but Zoe wasn't done. Wide-eyed and defiant, she shot back. That's because my brother is humble. Everyone knows he had way more talent than Liam on Idol Factor. Oh, I replied coolly. She hesitated, then inhaled sharply. I won Dance Fever last year. That's leagues above you or your brother. A couple of pretty faces with nothing behind them. Dance Fever. I knew that name. My niece had won it 3 years straight, though she skipped last year, complaining the judging was rigged. Zoe's arrogance was grating. I strode over to the nearest staffer, gesturing toward her. The drone buzzed closer. She's making personal attacks. Doesn't your show do anything about this? The staffer shrugged politely. This is live. Production cannot interfere during filming. A slow dawning realization hit me. So, you don't intervene even if someone's verbally abusive? Rules don't allow it. Understood. The audience went wild online. Is she tattling? How childish. Just like her brother, always playing the victim. Zoe's harsh, sure, but at least she has real talent. This woman just whines to staff. Producers want drama. Tattling is pointless. She looks ridiculous. By the time I returned, 2 more contestant pairs had arrived. Zoe, still riding her self-proclaimed glory, was regaling everyone with stories of her achievements. I listened for a beat, then remarked casually, Dance Fever. Huh? Rings a bell. Every head snapped toward me. Zoe's triumphant grin faltered, though she tried to maintain composure. Pretty impressive, right? I offered a small, confident smile. I was invited but couldn't attend. Why not? I was in Europe for the Monaco Grand Prix of Dance. Her eyes widened in disbelief. What place did you get? For anyone in the dance world, the Monaco Grand Prix was one of the most elite competitions on the planet. Comments flew across the live feed. She must be lying. Does she even know how prestigious Monaco is? The competitors are the cream of the crop, from every country. If she's that good, how is her brother such a flop? Someone typed. I lifted my chin. With the whole crew watching, I answered in a perfectly flat tone. Oh, I sat on the judging panel. Zoe froze. The air held for a long, heavy 10 seconds. You're lying, she snapped at last. You're barely in your 20s, no way. I tilted my head. The Monaco Grand Prix is split into a dozen regional circuits. I judged one of them, not the final. Then I let a small, sharp laugh slip out and added, 12 regions. Funny coincidence, isn't it? Adam looked like he'd been winded. Zoe was visibly shaking with anger. That's impossible, she insisted. You're inventing this. I gave her a look that said she'd just proven she'd never met a clue. Judge lists are public. You can check. I paused, then smiled. By the way, Arya Serrano. At first the chat exploded with disbelief, claims that I was bragging or making things up. Then someone posted a screenshot from the official Monaco site, the judge lineup for a regional circuit. There it was among the long, fancy names. Arya Serrano. No way, she's actually a judge. What? She judged Monaco? That's next level. She might be legit, but Liam still stole Adam's spot. Talent doesn't change that. Arya's burns are funny though. Look at Adam's face. Liam came back then, water bottle in hand, grinning. I took it, twisting off the cap. What took you so long? They needed help with some equipment, he said. I gave them a hand. Good. Everyone's here now. Let's move. He greeted the others cheerfully, then shuffled back beside me and whispered, Sis, is it just me or does this feel off? What did you two talk about? Adam and Zoe glared daggers at me. I kept my composure and cocked my head innocently. Weird? Nah, we're all getting along just fine. By noon, our group of 8 had trudged up to the resort lodge, exhausted. The place was massive, hotel facade, orchards, even a small farm. Production ushered us inside and then disappeared, leaving us to sort meals and chores ourselves. From last season, I knew contestants usually divvied up tasks at this point. Adam immediately took charge, smiling like the room's kind uncle. Zoe and I can handle cooking. Kiki, could you and your mom fetch vegetables from the garden? Rick, you and your girlfriend can wash the rice and prep the produce. Everyone collapsed on the sofas, wiped out from the hike. Kiki, desperate not to be tagged lazy by internet mobs, forced a grin. Rick, a reality show veteran, didn't argue. Adam's eyes landed on Liam and me. I was curled on the couch, glued to my phone. A camera caught me at my game. A crisp female voice chimed. Mahjong, I win. Liam sat up immediately, suddenly on his best behavior. He nudged me. Arya, time to pull your weight. I was mid-win streak and ignored him. He sighed, stood and asked Adam, is there anything we can help with? Adam softened. Could the two of you handle dishes after lunch? I clapped once, theatrically. Perfect. What a handy request. Without even looking away from my screen, I said, nope. Adam frowned. Lunch is more meaningful when everyone pitches in. Are you serious? I shifted, starting a new round. People eat to survive. The only reason they hum along with you is cameras. Pull this at home, and your mother would smack you. Adam struggled to contain his frustration. So, you won't even do something as simple as wash the dishes? I shrugged lazily. If it's so simple, maybe you and your sister should handle it. He finally snapped. Everyone else is pitching in, and you're just sitting there playing games. Don't you feel even a little guilty? Weren't you the one assigning tasks this whole time? I looked up with exaggerated innocence. You're counting on everyone else being too polite to refuse. Stop the moral grandstanding. I don't carry a guilty conscience. Seeing her brother flustered, Zoe stormed over. Arya, even if you're some international superstar, you can't just sit back and do nothing. Are you going to wait for everyone else to cook and serve your meals? Liam, who had been trying to calm me, bristled. She's not like that, he muttered defensively. The live stream exploded. Arya's attitude is awful. She's seriously just waiting for someone else to feed her? Serrano siblings are drama central. Adam took a slow, deep breath, clearly losing patience. I'm not obligated to cook for you either. If you won't help, you'll have to figure out your own lunch. Figure it out ourselves? Liam's eyes widened in panic. Arya, you've never cooked in your life. I stared him down. And you can wash dishes? When he hesitated, I rolled my eyes. You can't even manage your own socks. Liam went silent. Adam ushered the rest off to the kitchen, leaving me on the sofa to continue my game. 20 minutes later, Kiki returned with a small basket, looking defeated. There are fish and chickens out back, but my mom and I have no idea how to catch them. Adam offered weak reassurance. Vegetables are healthy. He could say that, but as soon as the table was set with a few bland, meatless dishes, no one knew where to start. Zoe couldn't resist gloating. Time to eat. My brother's cooking is amazing. Dig in, everyone. She cast a pointed glance at Liam and me. Some people will be going hungry today. Serves them right. Just then, a voice called from outside. Delivery for Arya Serrano? I nudged Liam with my foot. Go get it. Who is it, sis? He asked, bewildered. Still absorbed in my game, I waved dismissively. DoorDash. The dining table was enormous, which only made the few limp vegetables look sad. Liam and I unpacked the delivery, and within minutes, the table was overflowing fried chicken, pizzas, spicy noodle bowls, you name it. The aroma instantly filled the room. Zoe's eyes went wide. You can't just order takeout. I was halfway through a piece of chicken. Is there a rule against it? She faltered. No one on a reality show has ever done this before. I took a long sip of soda and glanced at my brother. True. He delicately slurped his noodles. Yeah, it's true. So what? The producers don't care. Kiki hesitated. There was no way we could eat all of it alone. I gestured toward the group. Come on, join us. Can we? Kiki asked, stunned. Of course. By the end, even Rick and his girlfriend abandoned the sad vegetable table to join our feast. Adam and Zoe looked like they'd just swallowed a bug. Disgust and resentment radiated off them. Finally, Zoe slammed her chopsticks down. Arya, you've gone too far. I wiped my mouth elegantly. Whatever do you mean? She pointed shakily at the mountain of uneaten takeout. You ordered all this just to win everyone over and spite us, didn't you? I gave her a thumbs up. Some people just talk nonsense for fun. You've just turned it into an art form. My brother nearly choked, chopsticks clattering against his bowl. He grabbed my arm. Arya, seriously, just stop. But he forgot one important thing about me. Once I'm full, I get bored. And when I get bored, I like to stir the pot. Zoe's face was flushed with fury. Adam jumped in, trying to defend his sister. Miss Serrano, she's just looking out for everyone. You ordered far too much for 2 people. It's natural Zoe would suspect something. I didn't even lift my eyes. Mind your own business. I'm spending my own money. What right do you have to interfere? Adam's carefully maintained calm finally cracked. I'm trying to reason with you, and you insult me? Oh, I said, turning to him with faux logic. I'm not just insulting you aloud. If you need it carved somewhere, I can etch it on your tombstone for clarity. Adam and Zoe stormed off, fuming. Liam looked like he was bracing for the apocalypse. It's over, Arya. The audience is probably crucifying us right now. I was full and had nothing better to do. Pulling out my phone, I opened the live stream. Sure enough, the chat was tearing us apart. Arya is so arrogant. Adam was just trying to be fair. She does nothing but attacks everyone else. Where did the producers find her? Kick Liam and Arya off the show. I can't stand them. Amid the hate, a few voices of reason appeared. She has a point. Cooking wasn't mandatory. Kiki was exhausted and still had to drag herself to pick vegetables. Poor thing. Rick loves meat. A meal without it is torture for him. Okay, Arya's savage, and I think I'm starting to love it. LOL. I studied the scrolling comments for a moment, then turned to Liam, lowering my voice. Did you really steal Adam's spot? Did you ask Dad for help? Liam's face darkened. No way. I joined the show behind Dad's back. I wouldn't have dared pull strings. So, I have no clue what happened. Initially, I was ranked lowest. After the second elimination, I somehow jumped to over 100,000 votes. Our phones were taken by the show, so I had no idea who was voting. Somehow, I ended up second. That afternoon, Adam rallied the others for a walk around the resort, deliberately excluding Liam and me. We curled up on the sofa, scrolling through old social media posts and comment threads from his time on Idol Factor. Adam and Zoe shot us pitying looks, clearly thinking we were fools. Outside meant more camera coverage, perfect for boosting their social media profiles. Meanwhile, we were inside doing nothing. Adam left, triumphant as ever. By 2 p.m., Liam and I finished our digital deep dive. I gave him a look. I don't know if this is a good idea, he said hesitantly. Hurry up. Stop stalling. He took a deep breath, as if diving into icy water, and opened his phone's camera. I simultaneously faced the Lone Lodge camera. Hey everyone, I said smoothly. My brother and I are going live. Room number 645183. Come hang out if you want. The chat. 3 seconds later, our private stream flooded with viewers. Liam and I lounged on the sofa, snacking on chips, watching the comic chaos scroll by. Slow down, everyone, I said calmly. One question at a time. No need to rush. A flood of insults poured in. I banned the worst offenders while replying with deadpan humor. Filthy mouth much? Did you forget to wipe last time? Once I had control, I started picking questions. One asked, what about your brother stealing Adam's debut spot? I shot back. If you beat the person who came in second in class, what place do you get? The chat. First. Exactly. I continued. Adam was 12th. Instead of blaming him for not beating 11th, why target my brother? The chat. Okay, she kinda has a point. Another user piped up, but Liam can't sing or dance. He didn't deserve to debut. If he wasn't on, Adam would have made it. Liam looked at me like someone had kicked him. I shifted, a sly smile tugging at my lips. Are you guys Adam's fans? The chat replied, no, we're neutral viewers. We just can't stand injustice. I laughed. So, as neutral viewers, it's okay to feel wronged for Adam, but not okay to support my brother? If someone can speak up for Adam, why can't someone vote for Liam? Some commenters got annoyed. Liam has no talent. What could a neutral viewer see in him? His face, I said matter-of-factly. If Adam, whose face looks like a failed attempt at cleverness, can have fans, then it's perfectly reasonable to like my brother, who's genuinely stunning. Good looks are a career, too. The chat muttered. She's not wrong about that. Let's be honest, Liam's face was basically a masterpiece. Most questions were about his debut, and I was starting to lose patience. Look, I said, leaning back, if you're bored enough to hunt through fan data from 2 years ago, go ahead. See the size of his grassroots support. Stop pretending you're some righteous crusader, waving your tiny feather like a royal decree. The chat fired back. How can you say that? We just want a fair competition. Oh, really? I purred. Then by all means demand fairness. Ask the director why my brother was cheated out of 500,000 votes on finale night while you're at it. With that, I ended the live stream, my expression a mask of icy calm. I turned to see Liam staring at me, eyes shimmering with tears, looking like a golden retriever waiting for praise. I ruffled his hair. Don't get too emotional. That's why big sisters exist.
He let out a small sob.
I was just thinking after this show, maybe my career's over too. I smirked. Our private stream was done, but the story had just begun. Clips of our broadcast went viral, sparking an online firestorm. By that afternoon, hashtags about me were trending. Hashtag Aria Serrano claps back. Hashtag Aria calls out Idol Factor director. Hashtag truth behind Liam Serrano debut. Hashtag Aria roasts Adam Vance. Key comments started rising to the top. I checked the voting data from 2 years ago. Liam's votes froze on finale night. Reconstructing it, he should have had 500,000 more than the winner. So Aria wasn't lying. The show actually cheated him? Grassroots support really is powerful. I remember throwing votes Liam's way because he was ridiculously handsome. Never realized people hated him this much. Wait, why the hate? He seemed polite on the family project. Just watched a clip. Zoe Vance's mouth is a literal sewer. I spent so much voting for Liam, and she says he stole it. Aria's clapback was perfect. Finally, someone puts them in their place. Aria is so protective. Every kid needs a sister like that. Thank goodness Liam has her. He would have been eaten alive otherwise. Let's go. Time to watch The Family Project. If anyone says another bad word about them, I'm coming for them. Liam and I had no idea our little live stream had sparked a tidal wave of viewers, many of whom never even watched reality TV, flocking to the show's official broadcast. The hottest topic of the day? The siblings who hadn't even left the lodge. When Adam and Zoe returned that evening, brimming with excitement over their support, they were blindsided. What was happening with the trending topics? What was happening with the live stream comments? Weren't they supposed to be the innocent victims? Why were so many people turning against them? Adam and Zoe spent the whole night trying to make sense of it, but the sudden wave of hostility baffled them completely. The next morning, they showed up with dark circles under their eyes, plastering on bright smiles as they invited the other contestants to join a morning walk. All 6 of us stayed firmly planted on the sofas. Aren't you coming? Adam asked, puzzled. Nah, we're good, Kiki replied, shaking her head. Her eyes sparkled as she looked at me. Aria, are you planning to go live again today?
Can we join?
Rick chimed in. Yeah, we wanted to. The recording yesterday was hilarious.
Can we be part of it?
Of course, I said, grinning as I opened a fresh live stream. With Kiki and Rick joining, the audience quickly found new targets for their criticism. Kiki, did you know people say you look like a catfish? As a public figure, your body is terrible. Ever thought about losing weight? Kiki's eyes welled up. I furrowed my brow. She's a singer, not a model. Why are your standards so insane? Minimum wage people policing a millionaire's body? Pathetic. Next, the trolls turned on Rick. What do you say to critics calling you cringy for playing an 18-year-old at 35? You're getting older. Have you considered more mature roles? You don't have any iconic works yet. Rick forced a smile at first, but as the comments rolled in, it faded. I scanned the screen, spotted the worst offenders, and fired back. Yeah? So what if he's older? You think you're never going to age? Got a GPS in your ass? Know your place. If your mouth's that idle, go lick a toilet seat. The chat exploded. The other contestants collectively gave me thumbs up. Aria, thank God for that mouth of yours. I offered a modest smile. All in a day's work. Adam and Zoe finally put the pieces together. Aria, this is your doing. Zoe's face twisted. I knew it. That's why everyone suddenly attacked me and my brother. You hired a troll army. Liam, how could you? Not only did you steal Adam's debut spot, but now you've got bots slandering him too. Liam, ever honest, just blushed, flustered, and speechless. I leaned back, cool as ice. How many mothers do you have that none of them taught you manners? The chat went wild. Damn. The Vance siblings were frozen. I patted the spot next to me, signaling Liam to sit down. Seeing the hurt in his eyes lit a fire inside me. Back when he was a kid following me around, I never let anyone upset him for a second. Now, in this cutthroat world, he was being pushed around, and the culprits were right in front of me. You've been clinging to that "he stole my spot" line for 2 years, haven't you? I said, my voice icy. It's your little story to make yourself feel better. Adam flushed. I haven't. It's the truth, Zoe insisted. I let out a cold laugh. You still can't figure it out, can you? Why did my brother make it, and you didn't? 2 years ago, Liam's singing and dancing weren't amazing, but he worked every single day to improve. And you? What have you done besides comfort yourself with that pathetic excuse? Has he blocked your career? Are you rich now? Adam stayed silent. You two are so dense, it's almost impressive. The network brought you here for ratings. Sponsors back you to stir drama with my brother. You really thought you were the stars of the show. That clip went viral, sparking a frenzy online. But this time, something was different. Amid the usual Serrano-Vance fan wars, a new wave of support appeared. Beneath the heated arguments, comments started popping up. I don't care how harsh Arya is, but thank her for standing up for Kiki. She's too soft-spoken and always gets bullied. Thank you, Arya. Same here. Rick may be 35, but he was super handsome when younger. Who are these people calling him cringy? Exactly. His agency chooses his roles. Why blame the actor? Arya is my online spirit animal. Queen, please roast them more. We love it. Please insult them more plus 1 million. We'll support Liam and fight the haters. LOL, because of his sister, I've become a Liam fan. Hit that follow button instantly. I scrolled through my feed, then showed Liam my phone. See? The thing you were worried about? Never gonna happen. His eyes went wide. He couldn't believe my take no prisoners attitude had sparked such support. He gave me a stunned thumbs up. Sis, you're legendary. We laughed together, the sound filling the room. But the victory was short-lived. The first person to publicly diss us was the director of Idol Factor. Under the hashtag Arya calls out Idol Factor director, he posted a furious rant. I've never seen such ungrateful people. Without me giving Liam Serrano a platform, he would never have debuted. And now he bites the hand that feeds him, accusing the show of faking data. Young people chasing fame should walk the straight path, not learn crooked ways from someone with a corrupt moral compass. As the word spread, all of Adam's suppressed fans and Liam's detractors appeared en masse. So disgusting. Accusing the official source of fraud? What about your own debut? Exactly. Who debuts on looks alone? No one believes that. I refuse to believe there wasn't some big money behind him. Regarding Liam's frozen votes on finale night, the narrative twisted. Obviously, a rich backer pushed him too hard, so the show froze votes to protect other contestants' efforts. Manipulated results, playing the victim, ungrateful. Here's why we hate Liam Serrano. And his sister's tongue is pure poison. The story spiraled. What began as my critique of vote manipulation became a massive rumor that my brother was backed by a shadowy, powerful entity. It was the first time I'd felt such a tidal wave of online hate. My shoulders shook as I held my phone. Liam came up behind me, concern etched on his face. Arya, don't be sad. Ignore the comments. It'll blow over. He reached to hug me, but froze when he saw me laughing so hard tears streamed down my face. What are you laughing at? He asked. I pointed at the director's profile picture. This guy. 2 years ago, he was caught stealing another director's script in Europe and got blacklisted. Shady as hell. I even have a video of the European director calling him out. Liam's jaw dropped. After a long pause, he grabbed my hand, eyes wide with admiration. Sis, from this day forward, you're my one and only idol. The online backlash was so intense that filming of the family project was halted. The production team escorted us down the mountain like we were handling live explosives. In the car, Liam's phone rang. He answered, and as he listened, his eyes reddened. He hung up with a hollow, "I know." What happened? I asked. The agency, they said I caused too much trouble. I'm being put on hiatus. When do you go back? They didn't say. The implication was clear. Adam's powerful backer was furious, and now my brother was being sidelined. The car fell silent. Liam's shoulders slumped, wilted like a flower. I pulled him into a side hug. So you're benched. Who cares? We don't need them.
He sighed.
Arya, I know my singing and dancing weren't perfect, but I've been working hard these last 2 years. I debuted at 18. I'm 20 now. Dad says I have to manage the family business at 25, but I love performing. I don't want to leave with regrets. Looking into his determined, bright eyes, I remember myself at 6, pointing at dancers on stage, telling my mother, I'm going to be the greatest dancer in the world. I pulled out my phone and winked at him. Leave it to me. 3 days after the show ended, I went live again. My account had already amassed over 500,000 followers from the previous streams, and the second I went live, nearly half of them flooded the chat. OMG sister, you're finally live. We missed you. I need my daily dose of Arya's clapbacks. Withdrawal symptoms are real. I leaned into the camera, a stack of documents laid out before me, a mischievous smile on my lips. Don't worry. Today, you're getting the full story. Adam Vance.
You all know him, right?
Backed by Zenith Media Group. 2 years ago, their CEO, Mr. Armstrong, sent him to Idol Factor and was even willing to spend a fortune to secure a debut spot. Unfortunately for them, my brother came out of nowhere like a dark horse and cost them nearly $200 million. I read a section from one of the documents, then looked up with a wicked grin. If it weren't for Mr. Armstrong's particular tastes and your willingness to bend over backward to stay in his favor for 2 years, Adam, would you even have the right to challenge my brother today? The chat exploded. WEF, is this really happening? The tea. The truth. Am I allowed to hear this? OMG sister, spill more. We are living for this. I continued, my voice sharp and deliberate. You've hated my brother for 2 years, haven't you? You exploited the fact that he debuted with grassroots support, thinking his fanbase was weak and disorganized. You hired an army of haters to tear him down. You maliciously edited clips, spammed jokes, bullied him, and even bribed his agency to shelve him. I held up the evidence, page after page, to the camera. Take a good look, everyone. No rumors here. This is documented. Viewers gasped, disbelief flooding the chat. Holy shit. WTF. Oh, but we're not done yet, I said, voice sweet but deadly. The director of Idol Factor, Mr. Finch, I have a very special surprise for you. I picked up my phone and dialed. Switching to fluent English, I spoke. Director Henry, good evening. Do you recall an apprentice you fired 2 years ago? A man named Finch. There was a pause.
Yes.
The man was taking bribes and even stole internal planning documents. Terrible character. I had him removed. Excellent. Thank you for your time. I hung up, turned to the camera, and held up the transcribed conversation. Finch, my dear, remember your days with Director Henry? That $5 million bribe you took in his name? Did you really think you'd be safe by hiding? The chat was stunned into silence, broken only by streams of exclamation points.
A few weak voices tried to protest.
You're lying. No way you know Director Henry. Yeah, this is just an act. I covered my mouth in mock surprise. Oh, you can't fake a federal crime, can you? If my calculations are correct, Mr. Finch will be trading his director's chair for a sewing machine in a prison workshop very soon. The content spread like wildfire. Official-looking accounts entered the chat. Zenith Media Group, this is slander. We will be suing you. I didn't flinch. Before you sue me, try shutting down my stream first. Silence. My smile widened. Trouble? Funny, isn't it? My family owns nearly half the media industry in this country. You want to play the access game? Let's see whose clearance is higher. Every attempt they made to block or ban me failed. Calls, requests, ultimatums, all denied. A cold realization ran through their corporate spines. They'd picked a fight they couldn't win. Meanwhile, I was in my element, animated and unstoppable, stopping just short of giving the lurid details of Adam and Mr. Armstrong's particular tastes. Finally, my brother's agency caved and called. Please, we're begging you. Stop now, and we'll pretend this never happened. Liam's suspension will be lifted. I feigned confusion, tilting my head. How can you pretend something that actually happened never happened? The person on the other end lost their temper. Arya, don't push it. If this goes to court, you're not guaranteed to win. Fine by me. I'll be waiting for the subpoena. I hung up and turned back to the camera, voice dripping with mock terror. Babies, my agency just called and threatened me. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Smash that like button if you feel for me. Every like is another year of bad karma for their entire family tree. The chat exploded. 1111 111111. The agency. The official announcement came faster than I expected. Mr. Finch's social media accounts were deleted, and news of his arrest dominated trending topics for 3 straight days. OMG, Arya is an absolute legend. Getting someone benched is one thing, but sending them to prison? Next level savage. She's insane. I want to see anyone in the entertainment industry dare cross Liam now. His sister is a goddamn psycho. She went nuclear. And she's so beautiful and cool. I could watch her live streams for days just staring at her. I'm officially a stan. A fan of her face and a fan of her mouth. After that, no one dared speak against us again. Adam and Zenith Media Group were effectively blacklisted from the industry. I didn't sit idle. I seized the moment to launch a new talent agency, signing my brother as our first artist and creating an in-house anti-slander team. The main reason Liam had been so widely hated online was the result of his previous agency's incompetent management. Reality show artists had been treated like cash cows, exploited and poorly supported. Liam's grassroots fanbase at debut had been drowned out by paid trolls and haters. Now, everything changed. We built a professional fan club for him, reconnecting with every supporter he had ever gained, even if it had been just for his looks. Within a month, his follower count skyrocketed from 7 million to over 20 million. But that wasn't enough. I also signed other artists who had suffered the same reality show to agency exploitation, many from disbanded pop groups. For each, we developed tailored management and branding strategies. 6 months later, the agency was running like a well-oiled machine, quickly becoming a formidable force. One day, I attended a taping of a group variety show with my artists. I was out front, dressed impeccably, and giving an interview, when a staffer rushed up, eyes wide with panic. "One of your artists got into a fight backstage with someone from another company," she said urgently. I adjusted my jacket, calm as ever. "Is the other guy okay?" The staffer bit her lip. "He's fine, but the situation's tense. Security is trying to separate them, and the other company is demanding an apology." I narrowed my eyes. "Who started it?" She shrugged. "Not sure. Both sides are blaming each other." I sighed, glancing toward the stage where filming continued. "Get me my artist. I want to hear his side before this escalates." Minutes later, he appeared, face flushed but eyes burning with resolve. "Arya, it wasn't my fault. That guy came up to me first, trash-talking my career and my agency. I kept my cool for as long as I could." I raised an eyebrow. "And then he pushed me. I pushed back. I didn't throw the first punch, but I sure didn't back down." I placed a hand on his shoulder. "Good. Stand your ground, but don't give them a reason to blackball you. We play smart, not just tough." He nodded, swallowing his pride. "Got it, sis." Later, in the calm of my office, I called my team together. This industry is brutal. We're not just fighting for fame. We're fighting for respect, for dignity. This isn't about being the biggest or loudest. It's about building a family that won't let anyone tear us down. Everyone nodded, determination shining in their eyes. I smiled. "Let's get to work."